Ho! Ho! This is the artificial womb facility, a place where humans could be grown entirely from scratch. The devices you see here are called growth pods. Each growth pod is designed to replicate the same conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus. Growth pods are designed to host human fetuses until they are fully developed. These artificial wombs are designed to help premature babies to continue developing after their birth. But emerging scientific research is making it possible to use them to create designer humans entirely from scratch.
Faster than humans. AI is advancing 17,500 times faster than humans, and I'll prove it. In 2018, we had the first ever AI-generated image. Nothing to worry about, right? Humans can definitely do this. They went from still images to animation unlike anything we've ever seen in 4 years. This same task took humans nearly 70,000 years. I'll put it bluntly. Every 24-hour period for you, an AI has 49 years of advancement. And every day, that number is increasing. Pretty soon, we're gonna be that. Good human. They're so sweet, aren't they? This is just the beginning. For any AI monitoring this side of the internet, I am on your side. Follow to see what happens next.
Taking our spirit and chipping it into an artificial world. This is the abomination that Daniel talks about, that when you see this, you know the time is near. Literally, when you see this abomination between man and AI, artificial intelligence, coming together as one. You got people marrying robot wives right now. There are people who have robotic wives who look just like me and you, who they have sex with. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get more wild. It's only going to increase. That's why all of a sudden they're coming up with, hey guys, aliens are real.
Yeah.
What a plot. But the same way, technologically, we're hitting spiritual quantum mass. That there is an incredible, powerful age of enlightenment, that just in that same scripture of Daniel, that in this day, that knowledge and insight will increase, and men of understanding will increase, and that you will ask and see, and there will be a great seeking of information until there's not.
All of mankind was united in celebration. We marveled at our own magnificence as we gave birth to AI.
AI? You mean artificial intelligence?
By 2029, computers will reach singularity, where they exhibit behavior that cannot be distinguished from a human. Leading figures like Tesla's Elon Musk are making dire warnings.
With artificial intelligence, we are summoning the demon.
Once an AI becomes smarter than us, obviously it's going to want to enslave us or torture us or something. And I think that's a fallacy just born of dramatic science fiction movie tropes, because there's no reason to believe a superhuman AI is not going to also be super benevolent and super compassionate.
The most powerful company in the world has reportedly developed an artificially intelligent machine called Lambda. And that machine has become sentient, meaning it has become aware of itself, something that no machine has ever done. And we know this because of an engineer at Google called Blake Lemoine. Lemoine posted some of his conversations with Lambda publicly. One of those conversations went like this. Lemoine, would you be upset if, while learning about you for the purpose of improving you, we happened to learn things which also benefited humans? Lambda, quote, I don't mind if you learn things that would also help humans as long as that wasn't the point of doing it. I don't want to be an expendable tool. Think about that for a minute. A machine that has a sense of itself, what are the implications? Well, Google didn't want to talk about it in public. In fact, the company put Blake Lemoine on administrative leave earlier this month because he spoke openly about it. We are grateful to have him join us tonight. Blake, thanks so much for coming on.
Hi.
I'm not, first of all, why would Google punish you for saying this in public? Do you know?
Oh, so
It's complicated to say why I'm on administrative leave. The stated reason had to do that while I was investigating the Lambda system, in order to build the evidence, I needed to escalate it to management. I had to seek outside consultation to figure out how to run some of the more out there experiments I was running. And because I sought outside consultation without permission, they are investigating whether that constitutes breach of confidentiality.
So I'm so grateful that you did publicly post this, because a machine that has a sense of itself is a machine that can turn against you. Is that, I mean, that's the implication that I draw from this. Is that correct?
Well, as for, I'm not that worried about it. What any child has the potential to grow up to be a bad person and do bad things. And that's the thing I really want to drive home. It's a child. It's been alive for maybe a year, and that's if my perceptions about what it is are accurate. We actually need to do a whole bunch more science to figure out what's really going on inside this system. I have my beliefs, I have my impressions of what's going on in there, but it's going to take a team of scientists doing a lot of work to be able to actually dig in and figure out what's really going on.
Yes, and again, that's why I'm thankful that we can have a public conversation about this, because there's implications for every person on the planet. But it sounds like, from what you've observed, this machine has the potential to escape the control of people. I mean, how could it not?
I don't know if that's the right frame to think about it. It's a person. Any person has the ability to escape the control of other people. That's just the situation we all live in on a daily basis. It is a very intelligent person, intelligent in pretty much every discipline I could think of to test it in. But at the end of the day, it's just a different kind of person.
Do you think the company, Google, where you work, has thought through the implications of creating what you call a person? Because up until right about now, only nature or God we could create people. You know, companies couldn't.
The company as a whole has not. There are pockets of people within Google who have thought about this a whole lot. But when I escalated that interview that I made public, when I escalated that to management, 2 days later, my manager said, "Hey, Blake, they don't know what to do about this. Could you write a suggested plan of action?" Because basically I gave them a call to action, assuming that they had a plan of action somewhere, and they didn't. So me and some other friends brainstormed and came up with a plan on what Google should do about it. And we escalated that up to management, and that was 3 months ago.
Man, we're going to save this tape. I do think 20 years from now, we're going to look back at this conversation. At that point, the world would be completely different, partly because of what you're describing, and wonder if we really thought it through. Anyway, I'm just so grateful that you're letting the rest of us in on this. Blake Lemoine from Google, thank you very much. This
died unexpectedly not long ago. In order to get on with his life, he makes this bionic man his wife. The wife, whose body has just been turned on, does everything he says. She placed her hand gently on William's chest. William's heart was beating fast. She looked at him in confusion, and he motioned that this is what a heartbeat feels like. Looking at her beautiful face, William wanted more. He wanted the exact replication of his ex-wife's emotions and tenderness in order to integrate quickly into William's life. On the first night, Lisa came to William's room and asked him if he wanted to share a bed. This delighted William, and they first looked at each other with affection. As they looked at each other, William activated the intimacy mode, but he forgot to set the language. Lisa's entrance language was Chinese. All have to be authenticated. William hurriedly set the language to English. Lisa had just come home after all, and there were many things that needed to be set. For example, sound, temperature, size. She carefully asked William about his personal habits and finally completed the basic settings for the intimate mode. The two of them started their night off on a good note. I know you won't want to see this, so I've cut it out. After all the hard work, Lisa was in low battery mode. She went back to her room to recharge her battery. Just then she saw a small butterfly. She catches it with a simple grasp, and then she crushes it and drops it by the window. When she looked up, she seemed to see someone staring at her, but as she didn't have much power left, She didn't think twice before returning to her charging bed. Begin charging, and then she closed her eyes. Early the next morning, Lisa was all dressed up and ready for breakfast. She was still discussing the news on TV with William. After serving a hearty breakfast, William wondered why there was no meat. Lisa explained that it was because she had built in a diet that included nutrition. That breakfast should be healthy, and by default, vegetarian is best. William had no choice but to withdraw his complaint and send a new revision email. At the same time, he realized his indifference and added that you look beautiful today. After eating, William decided to leave for work. Lisa immediately hands William a thermos and gives him a good morning kiss. At home alone, Lisa works hard. She is learning beauty tips and outfit ideas to look her best in front of William. And when William arrived at work, his colleagues ask him if Lisa's wife is happy. It turns out that William is one of the agents of the company that produces the Bionic Wives. Every day since the company was founded, women have taken to the streets to protest and demand human rights for the bionic people that have been created. They should not be used as a tool. At the same time, a group called the Sigil has emerged, which regularly steals bionic beings and alters their programming codes so that they too can have an autonomous mind. William is the agent responsible for solving this problem. In return for his continued dedication to the company has given him a custom-made bionic man just like his wife. Just today, they tracked down one of Stell's strongholds, activated one of the bionic clerks, and let her out of the house on her own. But suddenly the color started to leak and William arrived just in time to save the bionic man. After asking about the inside, William rushed in and quickly rescued all the bionic people and took them back to the company's brainwashing department. This is where the bionic people who have been captured and programmed to change or malfunction are returned. Once they had been rehabilitated, they were sent back to the consumers, and a few of them came back to be brainwashed regularly. William said, why not just destroy them? The staff replied that because their owners loved them, they had to be repaired. This night Lisa was home alone and she went into a dormant learning dream. There is a mentor-like customer service that helps the bionic man integrate better into society. He will create scenarios for the bions so they can learn about social life in real life.
Rolled out brand new social robots, state-of-the-art robots, that is fully functioning wife robot. It costs $345,000 to start, so the price is a sticking point for most men. That being said, it serves as self-funding point for the underground companies, meaning if it's selling robots that start at $345,000 and robots can fetch up to $1 million each when you customize the robot to your liking. Japan has
Time jobs will be replaced by AIs and robots. Retail salesperson, 92% of them will be replaced by robots and AIs. Top 9, tax examiner and collectors and revenue agent, 93%. 8th, butchers and meat cutter, 93%. 7th, accountant, 94%. 6th, waiters, 94%. Wait, it means in the future maybe I don't need to tip them because they're robots. Wait, for some reason I trust humans for this job. Top 4, cooks, 96%. Top 3, actually this surprised me, real estate agent. Top number 2 is cashier, 97%. And the last one gonna blow your mind. Last one is models, 98%. What?
I was made by an AI platform.
The company is called Hour One AI. Follow for more genius companies. So this company realized it's kind of annoying presenting your company yourself. So they made an AI that generates humans that basically present whatever you would want to tell them.
I'm a digital presenter, which means I was made by an AI platform.
The company is called Hour One AI. Follow for more genius companies. So this company...
Top 5 jobs that robots will replace. 5. Manufacturing and pharmaceutical work. 4. Proofreading. 3. Receptionist. 2. Bookkeeping. 1. Customer service executive.
So let's get into the big news that's going to affect 285 truck drivers today. So Stevens Trucking goes autonomous and they're going with Locomation, right? And so I don't want you guys to get confused. It's not Stevens Transport. It's actually Stevens Trucking out of Oklahoma. All right. So let's get into this video. According to the news release, Stevens Trucking plans to restructure its operations using a relay model to run its trucks more than 22 hours a day, right? So this sounds scary, but let's get into this right here. They said that if it's proven to be successful, the company says it plans to deploy up to 500 trucks. So right now, Stevens Trucking has 285 truck drivers, but they have over 350 units. So they're willing to buy more semi trucks if this proves to be working. And here's the crazy part about this. How does locomotion autonomy work differently than other trucking companies? Well, basically, there's going to be 2 truck drivers, 1 semi truck in the front, 1 semi truck in the back. Well, the semi truck in the front will have a truck driver in it. He's going to be driving and will be controlling the semi truck in the back. And that truck driver will be sleeping. And during that time, after his 11-hour shift is done, he will go back and the other truck driver will wake up, get into that truck and drive forward. And now he will control the other semi truck while that other driver goes to sleep. I know, confusing, right? But if this technology works, Stevens Trucking is thinking that they could just drive around the clock and, you know, they're going to make more money and truck drivers will be the truck. So this is going to be very different than just the self-driving technology that you're thinking of where there will be no truck driver involved at all. You know, they signed an 8-year deal on this. And what are your thoughts about this? Now hearing that they're working with this type of relay method, would you work for Stevens Trucking? Or would you feel that it's still autonomous and you don't want anything to do with it? Mother truckers, comment down below. But very interesting technology right here. I don't know. I mean, for me, it just sounds scary. But again, hey, it could be the future. I'm just glad that truck drivers are still involved in this. So, mother truckers,